The road to wealth is through cash flowing assets. I can't stress that enough. Cash flowing assets. And you know what is so heavenly about this is that we're not going through the bank's rigmarole, man. Debt to income ratios. Who owns real estate in here? And who has multiple loans from the bank? You know what DTI is then. You know, I know, you know, because I know. So I know you know, because I know how bad it sucks. That's how I just made my freaking partner rich, that I just realized he was just talking that fly shit when I seen him the other day when he told me the tenant left out of our other house. These are the conversations that I have. He was telling me all the houses he bought. I did that for him. I just realized that he didn't own any houses until I became his bank. That's real shit too, really. These are our 3 pillars of profit. Give yourself the grace of a learning curve and give yourself 3 months to learn at the Harvard of real estate. I will show you how to get rich. But you got to make that decision, because one thing about the Go-Getter family, one thing about me, and you'll see people throughout this week who have made money. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Now, since we're so high level at this, we don't do HELOCs, because people be asking, well, how do you refinance and how do you get a home equity line of credit? We don't do that. We do GLOCs, man. Shit, I've coined it, dude. It's a GLOC. It's called private money. Why would you go to a bank, go through all of that? They're playing us. They guarantee 4.5% because they know they're guaranteed to make more than 4.5% off of the bread that you give them. Well, we just back that private money. Give it to me. I'll beat that. Hell, I'll give you 8% on that money. And guess what? If I don't pay you, guess what happens? You get a house, because it's backed by a house. If you do this right and build up a business for real, man, people will throw money at you. I just told you I was going to show you how to make your own macro economy. This is how you build the money printing machine and turn it on. 3 houses every 3 months after your first 3 months of learning. These numbers are very, very conservative numbers. So if the full market value is $150,000 of the house, right? Our purchase price, the mortgage that we would be able to take over at its highest point, is 20% below market value. These are conservative numbers, but we buy houses with no equity all the time, because this is even better. 20% below market value. If you're a wholesaler, you know that you're out here giving offers that are 70% at the high end. I've been hearing 65% market value minus the repairs cost. That's your cash offer. I know. It's disrespectful to these people. No wonder you get hung up on so much. So we're already beating that. That's 80%, right? So if we acquired 3 properties in the first 3 months after we got some training, after we developed some skills that we don't currently have so that we can produce a result that we can't currently produce, well, we've got 3 properties that are worth $450,000. Our purchase price, remember, of the mortgages that we are taking over on the 3 properties, $360,000, valued at $450,000. Well, there's the beginning of our retirement account. So now I've got a $90,000 IRA account that is real estate. It's not some piece of paper that can be torn in half, or I go check my IRA account at the end of the year and I'm down $30,000 of my damn $90,000 retirement account because it was a bad year on the market. Is that what they say? I can't even remember, really. So now your accelerated wealth building process has begun. I'm going to show you how to become a millionaire. Now listen to me here. This is a rule of thumb. Write that down. Rule of thumb for collecting monthly rents. So if the market value of the property that I just bought, subject to the existing financing, so I didn't have to qualify and all that weird stuff, market value is $150. The rule of thumb says that I can get 1% of the market value in monthly rent. So 1% of $150,000 is $1,500 a month. That's my monthly rent payment. That's 1% of the fair market value. So the maximum on the existing loan that I can take over, and remember I said these numbers are conservative because there's no way you're paying $1,275 a month mortgage payment on a $150,000 house. Interest rates nowadays. But in the event that you did, we would want our mortgage payment to reach a maximum of 85% of what the monthly rent is that we can get. So 85% of $1,500 a month is $1,275. That's the mortgage we could take over. That means our net monthly cash flow on each house is $225 a month. Multiply that by 3, that's $675. Now we multiply that by 12. That's $8,100 annual net cash flow on our first 3 houses. 3 houses every 3 months will make you a millionaire at the end of the first year. Your annual net cash flow on that first set of 3 houses, this is all threes here. I told you it's the financial trinity. Annual net cash flow on that first set of 3 houses is $8,100. And we cash flow way more than that. But anyway, I digress. Our retirement account at $90,000 in equity, remember, plus our annual net cash flow of $8,100 now puts us in the first 3 months of hitting the ground running. Because I don't know about y'all, but I'm a dog now. And I've proven that because when I found this shit, I knew what it was. Now I've packaged it for y'all and made it way more digestible because I took the lumps. I'm cool with that though. That's just my path in life, man. It's all good. I've come to grips with that. Anyway, 98,100. That's a good 3 months. Now I know that you're saying to yourself, well, I can't live off no $8,100 a month annual net cash flow. Where's the money at? I like vacations too, y'all. I ain't mad at you for asking that question. I was expecting it. Option fee profit, non-refundable option consideration fee, better known as down payment. Look up what a fee is. We get paid a fee for providing a service. So as soon as we get that down payment from them, that's ours. We can spend that shit, man. Go on vacation one time. Go ahead and unwind. You deserve it, I'm sure. Option fees. This is the down payment. So here's what we want to get a minimum of when we buy a house by becoming a bank. We want to get a minimum of a 7.5% down payment. So on a $150,000 full market value house, the down payment we get from our buyer is going to be $11,250. Get 3 of those in a month. See how that treats you. It's good money. Trust me, I know. $33,750 in option consideration fees after you have put yourself through the Harvard of real estate, which is 6 months. But how long did you go to school for to get that high school diploma that taught you all shit you can't use for real? Don't trip, I got one too. I just graduated 3rd from last in my high school class. I knew they was on some BS. They thought I was on some BS. They was on some BS. I'm rich. They ain't. Shit, excuse me, I'm just talking fly. I do that sometimes. So your first 3 months, guys, these are the numbers. I just showed them to you, conservative. When we take your equity profit of 90,000, your annual net cash flow of 8,100, plus your option consideration fees of $33,750, you are now at $131,850 in the first 3 months of you implementing. You're not gonna do this by the end of the week. I'm sorry to break it to you. Don't shoot the messenger.